Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Play Action Podcast, episode number 57. I am Will, and that is Colton. And Colton, how you doing?
I'm right, Will. I'm right, dude. Michigan, nice dud on. I'm at Pittsburgh, a nice dud on Thursday night. But I know this is a football show.
Can we flash back to that where you said, "Oh, thank you for the easy dub"? Can we just flash back to that? Always, just you said thanks for the easy dub, and there we were.
Did I say it about the Steelers?
Yeah, you said it about the Steelers.
I know this is a recap kind of show. It looks like you're gonna have to go back and get that quote from me, or I'm gonna have to go back and listen because I don't think I said easy dub for the Vikings. Other games I might have said easy dub, but again, this is a football show. I just want to shout out the greatness of Steph Curry breaking the all-time three-point record.
In Madison Square Garden, nonetheless.
Yeah, the Garden's very overrated. I don't care.
It's so overrated.
Any Knick fans in here, please drop down and start a fight with me. I will gladly go toe-to-toe with you. It's very overrated. The Knicks haven't done garbage. Anyway, shout out to Steph Curry. Will, what do we got on tap?
Well, we're going to be going back to our week 1 season prediction. So we got to go all the way back into what we had week 1. We'll go through all of it, even the Madden simulation. Let's see how far we were in it because it's been a little bit of a slow kind of week. Let's get a lot of filler stuff in here. If I want to see what people had in their predictions to start out the show. Be interesting to see where that all is. And also, I have QC'd our very first intro. So we have to bring you back to where we were in the beginning of September with our crummy intro, which is probably the greatest intro of all time, with us just bickering the entire time for like a minute straight. I have to admit, Colin will admit too, probably the greatest thing to ever come about, ever exist.
I can't say I disagree with you on that one, man.
But before we go into that, we're going to be talking, coaches, and we're going to be talking about the Sean Payton movie with Kevin James. Got a whole list of lookalikes and all that stuff from Barstool, host the Super Bowl. For Super Bowl 58, along with the latest with the COVID news, if the games are even going to be happening this weekend. The whole bamboozlement is here. and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is the Play Action Podcast.
This is the Play Action Podcast featuring Will.
It's not every time. It's not every time.
Every time.
Featuring Colton.
The guy, if you go back into our division thing, this guy had the Jets.
I picked the Jets to win.
For no what reason?
Yeah. Featuring a whole lot of arguing.
Playoffs, we're gonna win the division.
Listen. You need to realize my thinking process here because the Bills.
There is no thinking process.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
And I told people the Steelers were going to be decent. I didn't have the Steelers like, oh, they're godly. No, I was realistic. You were very unrealistic with the Jets. And guess who was right and guess who was wrong, Will? You were dead wrong about the Jets. I was dead right about Goat Allen and the Bills. And I was right about the Steelers. Come on now.
Goat Allen and the Bills, baby. I'll still stand by that. That's my guy. I'm gonna stand by that till the day I die. Goat Allen and the Bills.
I love every second of that intro. I have to say, it's hands down greatest intro of all time. Nothing will ever come closer to it. But let's kind of dive deeper into what's happening in the NFL right now. So, bunch of COVID stuff going down. The Browns dealing with 10 players. I believe it's up to 10. On the COVID reserve list, a lot of starters and offense, some defensive players. Let's get into it all. Let's go into it. So the latest with the Browns and the Rams, the football teams too is dealing with a lot of crucial stuff as well. But let's dive in right here as we got Allison here. She was really cheerful when what's his face? CD Lamb joined on the show a couple weeks ago. Gotta love it. Okay, but Browns might be without Baker Mayfield. He's apparently vaccinated. He could get 2 negative tests, come back and play along with the rest of these people. Let's see. I gotta scroll down a little bit, but let's go back into today right now. So Troy Hill, John Johnson, Baker Mayfield, Malik McDowell, and Ifedi. I'm not even gonna pronounce his last name, but defensive end. All for the Browns. 14 total players placed on the COVID list. They're in extensive protocols. They play a game Saturday at 4:30 Eastern against the Raiders. Now, this is very interesting because they did have a major slew. Can you even say that? A slew of COVIDness happened earlier too. As I'm just trying to scroll through and get everything going. I'm so just all over the place.
Yeah, there's a lot of COVID stuff. Again, Joe Hack with his usual weekly. That's the thing you can count on with Mr. Hack.
Weekly funk.
Yes, weekly Jake Funk. Joe, I love the dedication. You're in here every week. So yeah, I gotta at least make a segment for you on Jake Funk, and we'll definitely get on something that, we'll definitely have a line on, what's funky, something. We'll figure something out just for you, dude. I love the support, so I appreciate you. But yeah, there's a lot of COVID stuff. Odell Beckham goes
Hooper, Jarvis Landry, Wyatt Teller. Yeah, Tyler Higbee also on the Rams, not the 49ers, the football team. Kendall Fuller, he's on the COVID reserve list.
There's a lot of COVID going around in all major sports. It's kind of crazy.
The NHL has postponed 2 different teams. The Flames, I believe the Predators are on that. The Chicago Blackhawks. They're in extensive protocol for the next month until January 8th. That's a while. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I don't.
Should the NFL go with that? Should they try to? I mean, we talked about this on episode 8, the bubble of sorts.
Again, I got to read Joe Hack out here. Baker Mayfield is very underrated for making the headband not only stylish but popular too. Yeah, big shout out to Mayfield in that headband there. But yeah, got to shout out Hack.
You guys think Larkin is cute? I don't even know what Larkin. I don't know who Larkin looks like. I haven't been on the. I haven't been on U Stadium in a very, very long time. I'm very slacking with all that stuff.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. The thing is, it's like, sure, you shut it down, but then guess what? You have what's called come around Christmas around the corner, and then you're probably getting a lot more pop-ups after that. I don't know what's going on here with all this COVID stuff. I don't know if you need to
sense of protocols, something along those lines. Try to get it kind of controlled.
You're not going to get under control. The only way you do that is if these people don't leave their houses to go out and see family members. That's I feel like that's the only way this is happening. Like, I don't understand how all these guys are popping up. Well, it's just, I'm out here living my daily life. I'm a vaccinated individual. I'm going to the stores. I'm going out. I'm going out to dinner. Gone out to a few bars. I'm not a weekly bar guy, but like New Year's Eve or Thanksgiving Eve, I was out at the bar. And again, knock on wood, I might just be blessed in disguise here, not getting COVID. I don't know how these NFL players making millions of dollars are just all of a sudden grabbing it left and right. I find that very interesting. So again, we saw Tyler Higbee with a false positive, so maybe some of these are, but I don't think so. These things are just going around like a flash flood. It's like, all right, it's like, oh, see a few the next day, boom, here we go. Here's like freaking 20 guys going up on the COVID list, and it's very scary because it's all sports. So, and with what's it called coming on here, yeah, Jenks, baby, I see a comment there. So shout out to Jenks and Point. But yeah, it's just I don't know what the NFL, the NHL, the NBA is supposed to do. Like, you literally can't shut it down because guess what? You have Christmas, you have New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, like
a lot of stuff.
What are you doing? You would literally have to shut it down for a month. So this is going back when sports shut down for all that time and they had to go in the bubble. Like, I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't know. People just need to take accountability. I don't know what these guys are doing. Like, I don't know if it's just it just spread out throughout the clubhouse and the practice facilities. I don't know. Will, what are your thoughts? I've already rambled too much on this matter.
Some other ones too. Jalen Ramsey, Jonathan Allen from the football team. Let's see the total COVID list for the Rams. Jalen Ramsey, Tyler Higbee, Darrell Henderson, Rob. I can't even pronounce his last name. A bunch of players. Okay, like there has to be some accountability. I know, depending on where you are, there's a bunch of stuff too that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. See, this is the problem. You know what the echo might be? I wonder if the echo is possibly my phone being next to me on this.
I hear you. Whoa, I hit my microphone. I'm not sure if it might be through your other microphone. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I'm not. Oh, that could be it. That could be
it. I'm pretty smart, but there has to be some accountability that has to come in. You need to be like, okay, hey, I want to protect my team. Like, a lot of these teams are in the hunt for the playoffs right now. You have the Rams, who are now a game out from the NFC West. They're a game out from being the top team in the NFC. If they could get lucky, maybe they can have, SoFi is the home field advantage throughout the playoffs and potentially to the Super Bowl. Could Cleveland kind of get it together, and could they make the playoffs in a surprising kind of feat? There's a lot of stuff, and you have to be like, hey, I want to get there. And yeah, people bring up, oh, my fantasy football team's in shambles, blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, like, it's more than fantasy football. It's more than a lot of stuff. You want to make sure you can get it together. You want to make sure you can get it all situated. You want to make sure you're the best person for your team as possible. No matter if you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, doesn't really give a flying fladoodle. All right. But you want to make sure that you're trying to be the best teammate possible for everyone in your organization. You want to make sure they're doing their part in order to make sure, hey, we're gonna do this together. We're gonna get there, and just do all that stuff and whatnot. There's so much.
It's
to it
an
that's
interesting
going
thing,
down.
Joe. For now on, like, I'm literally going to send you a YouTube link since you're always a weekly person. I want to get your comments up because you're always commenting, even though it is like a ton of Jake Funk, which drives me absolutely nuts with Jake Funk. But he goes, the problem is even if you stop the players and coaches, you can't stop all the other staff. And I agree, and that's the thing. There's so many people. It's like, oh, you got the players. There's 50-something players and the head coach and the assistant coaches. It's like, oh, how does this happen? There's so many people behind the scenes you do not realize, like, go into running a football team and helping keeping a football team. He goes, yeah, just like I'm saying, too many people make sports happen to contain COVID without shutting it all down. I also thought I heard a report that the NFL is possibly looking into people that are vaccinated and they're asymptomatic about letting them come back in a shorter time. That's kind of like, it's one of those things. Well, COVID's not going away. I don't know if we're ever going to go back to a thing where it's like,
I don't think there's ever going to be a normal before COVID. There's going to be a new normal, but it's not going to be normal as once we know it, where everyone could just be in a can of sardines, just shoulder to shoulder. Like, everyone's going to kind of keep their distance a little bit. They want to be like, you don't want to, go through all that stuff and whatnot. It's just kind of like a whole like weird situation with that.
Yeah. And the thing is, which kind of makes sense. Like, we've had the flu and all this stuff happen, and they're all spreader things. Like, if you're not careful with it and you're not on the correct medicine to contain, and if you're on antibiotics, you're really not, I guess, like a spreader at that point because you're on antibiotics. With these people on being vaccinated, I don't know, man. It's just, we're gonna have to get over this at some point, and I couldn't tell you the last if we've had any NFL players or NBA players or anyone who's had it seriously. Like,
Dakota Dozier for the Vikings was in the hospital because he couldn't breathe. That's the only one I can think of.
Did he have any, like,
he had
asthma?
I do not know. That's the only one I know that's been sent to an actual medical facility and doing that.
Yeah,
that's all I can really think of.
We have a few cases where, we have that situation. I don't know. I think shutting things down and not allowing players to play through COVID if they feel fine or like they're asymptomatic. So that's something I kind of understand looking into with the NFL possibly. Like, all right, let's get these guys on a shorter notice. Like, if they're asymptomatic, they don't show anything, let's get them back out there if they're vaccinated. I don't know. Yeah, Joe, Sear again. I mean, before we get more back into football, people who have the vaccine are still dying from it and can spread it still and catch it. Yeah, it just lessens the effects. Usually is what's going on. Just like you can get the flu even with the flu vaccine. I'm not a doctor. Will's not a doctor.
I'm here to talk. I'm not a big doctor guy.
Not Dr. Lou. No, we're not a Dr. Lou over here. I know you're not a big college sports guy. Go Terrapins though. But
go Terps. Go Jackson State.
There's just a lot going on with this. Hopefully these numbers start to go down, but it has not been the past few days.
I mean, no sport's safe right now. The NBA has been seeing it. The NHL has been seeing it. There's also talks in the NHL where Canada's just going to stop allowing fans in the stands. Like, it's a big situation that
you can't see. No, it can't.
It's Canada. Okay. That's a Canadian thing.
Hey,
I'm walking here. That's New York. let's
But,
shift. I'm over the whole COVID talk. I want to skip into it. But
attaboy.
Sean Payton movie, okay? Kevin James gets to play a new Sean Payton movie, and
See,
we want
this
to
is
go
one
over.
I don't want to go far into either. Will, what else is going on with the Sean Payton thing?
What's going on with it? Well, we're gonna go through this together. We're blind reacting to this Barstool post of all 32 coaches being played by famous people. And is that the stream? Here we go. Mel Gibson, Tom Brady. Oh, Mel Gibson, Bill Belichick. I could see it. We're not going to go through all of it. We want to go quickly through it. All right. Bill Burr as McDermott.
Oh, see, that's good.
See?
That's good.
I don't want to get people free ad space on here. Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Robert Saleh. Okay.
Oh, God. See, I could
kind of go with it. I could.
This is funny.
Brian Flores as Jamie Foxx.
Nah, don't love it. Don't love it.
Let's see. Greg Kinnear. I probably butchered that. As John Harbaugh.
See, I hope they were going to be funny and say Jim Harbaugh on that one. Like, that would have been funny. That would have been funny.
Let's see. Zach Taylor is Jason Bateman. Okay.
Yeah, I could see it.
I could go behind this. I could
get behind that one.
Let's see. Kevin Stefanski is Ben Affleck. Okay.
See, that's another good one.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Oh,
Let's see. Mike Tomlin is Omar Epps.
Oh, that's good too.
I like that one. That one's pretty funny.
A funny bunch of cats. See, this is funny. This is funny stuff here. I can get behind this.
Frank Reich as Kevin Costner.
I can get behind that.
Add a little gray. Add a little gray.
Browns. How about them brownies, baby? Go brownies. Dog pound. Oh, crap.
Urban Meyer for now.
Oh, God. Oh, that's another good one. Oh, see, Mr. Hat coming here to defend Coach Saleh. You said The Rock is nowhere near as big as Coach Saleh. Oh, shoot.
Let's see. Joe Manganiello as Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, that's not awful.
It's not bad. Vic Fangio, Matthew Perry.
Oh,
okay.
It's not all, dude. These are all funny. Oh, God.
John Gruden. Oh, well, let's get past that. Okay, Brandon
that
Staley.
is a good one, though. That is a good one, though.
Okay,
That's a funny one.
I'll give it
that guy impersonates Gruden. That is hilarious. But next, Will.
Brandon Staley, there's no one. Honestly, this guy is so non-memorable, so they wouldn't even include a script for him. I really don't.
Oh, God. See, I've been waiting for Andy Reid.
Christian Bale as Andy Reid.
See, no, they botched that one.
They botched that. Mike McCarthy, Jack Black. Yeah.
Yes. That's honestly, that might be the best one out of the whole thing. Like we've had some good ones here. That might be the best.
Joe Judge, Beck Bennett.
That's not a bad one
SNL
either,
guy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do a skit about him. I don't know. He's not on SNL anymore. Nope. Spoiler for me. Nick Sirianni, and Justin Bartha. Nah, not feeling it. Ron Riviera.
Nope. Not for Riverboat Ron. I don't like it.
Matt Nagy. I don't want to give him the late of day. Will Arnett.
No.
Nah. Dan Campbell is Paul Wright, the Big Show.
See, I can get behind that one. I can get behind that.
James Franco and Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, I can get behind that one. It's not as good, but I can still get behind it.
Mike Zimmer, Kevin Pollak.
Oh, God, I hate Mike Zimmer. What a goof.
Matt Rule and Dan Folger.
I can get behind that one.
Arthur Smith, Matt Walsh.
No.
Sean Payton and Kevin James, apparently. Bruce Arians and John C. Reilly.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Cliff Kingsbury, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
That's I think that might be the closest one.
Yeah, that's up there.
Sean McVay, John Hutcherson. You have to get like the youngest one. Like honestly, you have to get like the youngest actor possible. It's huge.
Yeah, that's not awful. You do something like facial hair on the side, you could possibly pull it off.
Kyle Shanahan, Baker Mayfield. Take them all. He's down. Pete Carroll, Richard Gore. Okay. I can get behind that. And that does it for that one. Let's remove that from the screen. Let's kind of get back in the focus here.
That's fun.
That's our little hee hee ha ha segment of the show. And let's shift back into the rest of everything. Super Bowl 58 has been shifted into Las Vegas. They was supposed to be in New Orleans. Now it's shift the focus. 2024 gets to be included in Vegas. Do you think this is a good idea, bad idea, or just kind of
it's a good
somewhere
idea
in the middle?
It's a good idea.
It was supposed to be in New Orleans due to scheduling conflicts. It had to get moved. I believe Mardi Gras was going to be celebrated in between there, so it would not have worked out. That's what.
I'm totally cool with it being in Vegas.
Listen, I was going to say I can't wait for it to be in LA. It's going to be there in less than 2 months. Dope. Cold weather Super Bowl. Maybe next thing I could look forward to. I think it's a good idea. It's going to be hella pricey to go into there. I would expect at least like $5-6 grand for nosebleeds. How Raiders tickets are going right now, just ain't gonna be pretty for whoever wants to be paying for those kinds of seats.
And people just want to go to Vegas. It's kind of like, oh, cool. Now it's like an excuse now to go to Vegas, and it's gonna be a really good time and see a new stadium. So that's definitely gonna be good, and it might bring down prices going forward after that. So that
as long as the Raiders keep on doing bad, hey, who knows? Probably attend an a Vegas game and God knows how long. Golden Knights are pretty good there. Maybe the Athletics will join them over in LA. And let's shift focus into the playoff picture for today on the 15th of this beautiful day. As bam, shake up, Cardinals lose. They fall to 3. Green Bay moves up. Tampa Bay moves up. Dallas is there along with the Rams, 49ers, and Washington, along with the AFC. New England, Tennessee, Kansas City, Baltimore, the Chargers, Indianapolis Colts, and the Buffalo Bills. Surprising in any spots? I'm still surprised that a under 500 team is in the playoffs right now for the NFC. But I know it's going to be temporarily, but it's going to change. It's going to change very soon.
Well, the NFC is a dumpster fire. But yeah, Ravens are going to end up falling out of that spot, I believe. Kansas City's going to slide up to 2. I'm going to have the Steelers upsetting the Titans this weekend.
Well, spoilers. I didn't even do my picks this week. I am so far behind.
Yeah, it's a little spoiler for me. I have the Steelers upsetting the Titans. The Steelers are going to keep things interesting. But yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of a change in the AFC. NFC, I think, is going to probably stay around the same, to be honest with you, as far as the division leaders in seeding. I think the AFC kind of stays in the same. I think New England gets a shot here with Kansas City for the 1 seed. Regarding schedule lineups, the Colts could possibly take over that not number 2 seed, but the division lead in the AFC South. I just don't love the Titans. They do get Julio Jones back last week. I just don't love the Titans, but I do see some change coming here. Not really as much with the NFC. I think the seeding might stay the same in the NFC as far as the division leaders. I think that's how you might see it out, to be honest with you. It's going to be a fight who gets the number 1 overall seed. I think that goes to Lambeau, man. I think Green Bay gets it done.
But can Green Bay get it done in the playoffs, especially if they could hold it for the second straight year? I mean, they've been in the playoffs.
Can they get it done?
Could they get it done? I mean, will Rodgers, could they get it done? Rodgers says, you know what? I want to retire a Packer instead of, hey, I'm going to just leave on my terms, going to ruin some other franchise that's been bad for a different team.
He's going to be pissed and leave because he's going to be like, damn, it would be nice to have another receiver. He's going to leave and he's going to go to Pittsburgh and we're going to win a Super Bowl. So you're welcome. Spoiler for like 2026. Cool.
Let's see. Let's remove this out of here. Let's go into recapping our review from what we had to start the season. This is so much. Let's see. I gotta switch up all my images here. Let's oh man, I am so behind. Let's see from beginning here. Let's go into what Madden had when we did our prediction before anything else, whatever. And let's get into it here. So this is what Madden had as their projected playoff picture that they had. So Kansas City is at a 1, followed by, let's see, does Russell Wilson have a better chance to be a Steeler than Aaron Rodgers? We have to talk about this.
See, great question there, Mr. Hackett. I don't know, man. Russ is going to definitely be worth multiple first-round draft picks, maybe one. Where
Aaron
Aaron Rodgers,
another high one.
Where Aaron Rodgers has an opt-out and you can get him for nothing. So
they're gonna have to pay for him, but you don't have to give up
you're
draft
actually
capital.
Have to pay for the guy, but not like sending any draft capital to get him. So I think there's a better chance the Steelers get Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers has a little like flirt session with Mike Tomlin when they played week 3 or 4, whatever the heck that was, with them winking at each other and smiling, and the media grabbing the clips of Rodgers talking about how he loves Pittsburgh and all that, and it's a good city, and he loves Tomlin. I just think it makes more sense. I don't know if the Steelers would trade to get Russell Wilson, to be honest with you. And Russ hasn't played well. It's where it's like, yeah, I'm willing to trade stuff to go get Russ. So let the Giants and all that mess around and give up draft capital to get him. Oh gosh, see,
keep him in town.
So Dan, are you a Steeler fan, Dan? That's what I'm curious here. Are you a Steeler fan? Because I personally don't want them to draft a quarterback in this class. I'd rather ride with Dwayne Haskins. But definitely let me know.
The man that sat on phone during the Lions game, we could have had his number called up and he could have been a savior.
See, I think that was definitely overreacted to. But back on course here, yeah. We're actually very close. I don't know what the heck.
Well, this is what Madden had. So Madden had the Jaguars, the Bang. We made fun of the Bengals. We made fun of the Patriots.
Bengals are good. The Bengals might
win
fun of
the Patriots, even sniffing the division. We made fun of the Cowboys. We made fun of the Super Bowl. We made fun of the Vikings, the Seahawks, the Falcons. We made fun of everything here.
Madden's pretty close here.
I just don't like the
close
here.
We still might get 3 AFC North teams in the playoffs. So like Madden's not really that far off here.
And let me do this here. Let's click on that. And then their Super Bowl, their predictions for awards and stuff. We made fun of Mike McCarthy, but he could honestly win it. Like, that's how scary this is. Khalil Mack's out for the year. Justin Fields is nowhere near sniffing this award. Mahomes, if he spices it up in December, maybe he could be, MVP, maybe offensive player, but I think those are long gone. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, I don't think he's going to win. Depoy, that's pretty much a lock for another guy in Dallas, Mr. Parsons himself. But I wrote down all your stuff because, I had to talk about this. All right.
You could skip mine. You can gladly skip mine. And I'll be okay with that.
We both had the same MVP prediction, Josh Allen. I don't think he's going to win it.
You could throw that in the toilet.
You had Sean McDermott as Coach of the Year.
Throw that in the toilet.
I had Brandon Staley.
You are very much in the money.
I'm in the money right now.
Very much in the money.
Offensive Player of the Year, Russ. Garbage.
Yeah.
I had Kamara. Garbage. We both Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt. We both had TJ Watt.
Right in the money.
Right in the money. We're right there. All right. Let's see. I couldn't get your Offensive Rookie of the Year. I couldn't find that because when I was rewatching everything.
I definitely said Najee Harris or
you probably did. You went homer on that one.
I definitely did. It was definitely Najee. I don't know who my other pick was. I definitely didn't say Trevor Lawrence, to be honest with you. It might have been Mac Jones, which is definitely in the money. So
I had let's see, Zach Wilson, Elijah Moore for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I don't want to hear crap about Homer because neither of those guys are sniffing the award. So I don't want to hear anything about a Homer.
You picked J.C. Horn, and I heard your explanation behind it. You said, I would like to pick Parsons, but I don't want the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to go a little bit different here.
That's right.
And then I picked Parsons.
Micah Parsons.
I said Parsons, and I said, I think Surtain could have a chance to win if he gets enough playing time, which he's playing really good football in Denver right now. Comeback Player of the Year, you're on the money, Dak Prescott. And I picked Homer, C.J. Mosley on that one. I'm a funny guy.
See, Will, if you weren't a homer, you would definitely be like really in the money if you parlayed any of this stuff.
I'm not allowed to parlay stuff, so.
You know what? To be fair, you could have before all this stuff.
I do have parlays in there for
you
all that
stuff. Placed one
this is before I had any interviews. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. You could have placed one on this stuff.
They're so far out of there. They're not even winning, so it's okay.
Yeah, well,
I don't have to worry about them winning. Let's see. Let's go into Colton's playoff picture predictions. Bills, a little high. Kansas City, money. Browns.
Yeah, that's awful. That's definitely
Colts,
wrong.
Titans.
We're there. We're there.
We're there. Everything's there. It's like a bunch of jumbled thoughts.
If I could
currently
just
processing.
scramble out the Browns and put the Bengals in, I would be all in on the money, and I'd be very happy with my end result because it has a very good shot. The NFC you can delete. That's not
The
there.
NFC, I mean, listen, you're the first three are there. All right. Top three, two of them are there. Another one's just kind of, it's not in the spot yet. The 4 seed, forget about it. 5 seed, forget about it. 6 seed, money right there. You're on the money. And then the 7 seed, it could be money if the Vikings decide to play football or whatnot.
Yeah, I really messed up on that.
The best 6 and 7 team of all time is the Minnesota Vikings of this year. Okay.
I really messed up on the bottom. The 4 and 5, I really botched.
We both botched. We botched those so hard.
Well, let's get to yours. That's the real question. I'm really upset that I slept that much on Dallas and Arizona, to be honest with you. That's my fault. So
mine is there. It's there. I had the Patriots. You made fun of me for the Patriots. I had the Chargers.
I did. I made fun of a lot of media outlets. Go the Patriots. And then like the first 3 weeks, I'm like, you idiots, I told you. And then next one, here comes Bill doing Bill things. And I'm going to shut my mouth.
All right, next question.
Get into the rest of yours here because I don't want to take up your starlight.
I'm there for a lot of it. I mean, switch the Patriots and the Bills. I'm right there. All right. NFC, I mean, we both basically had the same idea. I mean, I was pretty high in the Niners, and they're playing some good football. Washington, they're there. They're not fighting for the division anymore with that loss to Dallas. The Saints, if Jameis Winston didn't get hurt, they'd be in the playoffs right now. I think we could both agree on that. They were a really good team with Jameis, and they just collapsed.
I didn't love them. I just didn't love them with Jameis either, though.
And then, the Giants, I want to forget about that pick.
Yeah, we really botched the Giants. I'm
cutting that screen out of there. I'm all done with that. I don't want to look at that anymore.
Yeah, we were really down on Dallas. But that's why I've made up for it this whole season on riding Dallas. So I've made up for being really down on Dallas.
And let's shift into our favorite portion of the show. The buy, the sell, the hold. Well, actually, let's go into this other one here. There's apparently been a news story that's come out about Josh Lambo, the former kicker, all-pro kicker for the Jaguars, who was cut mid-season. And he said Urban Meyer kicked him in warm-ups for a game. I'm not sure where this game was, but according to Lambo himself, he goes, I'm in a lunge, left leg forward, right leg back. Lambo said Urban Meyer, while in the backstretch position, comes up to me and says, hey, dipshit, make your effing kicks, and then kicks me in the leg. And he goes on to say it certainly wasn't as hard as he could have done, but it certainly wasn't a left tap. Truthfully, I'd register as a 5 out of 10 on the kicking scale, which in a workplace, I don't care if it's football or not. The boss can't strike an employee. And second, I couldn't believe it actually happened. Part of my vulgarity, I said, don't you ever effing kick me again. And his response was, I'm the head football coach. I'll kick you whenever the F I want.
Yo, what is wrong with Urban Meyer?
Urban Meyer's oh my God.
He's a wackadoo, man. He's a weird guy. I also
There's also one more quote here too. It doesn't matter if it's football or not. I know football has this perceived notion about it, Lambo said. But at the end of the day, that's my job. I'm not there as a football player. I'm there as Josh Lambo doing his job. What he did was uncomfortable. And I believe he was cut like week 4 or 5 because he missed some kicks. If he was an OU product, maybe the story would be different. But again, it's Jacksonville. It's not the Ohio State or Florida. But Urban Meyer's done. He is so done.
Can you the problem is you can somewhat believe it because it's Urban Meyer and we've seen some of the immature stuff he's done and he thinks his shit doesn't stink and all that fun stuff. I don't know, man. Do you also have the sign? Because he's not anywhere, is he, Josh Lambo? Is he on any practice squad?
He's on the couch. I think he's just kind of chilling at home. I mean, he's still a good kicker. I think he's still a good kicker. He just had a bad season.
Also comes to my mind here. Not that I'm defending Urban Meyer because I'm not there with a camera to confirm or deny any of these acquisitions. Do you also think it could be cap because bull crap?
Because a lot of stuff's coming out about Urban Meyer right now. The Marvin Jones situation.
I can get someone to believe me to give me another shot that this guy was kicking me and got in my head and I couldn't do my job correctly. There was so much pressure.
Depends where it is. I mean, we're in a day and age where there's cameras everywhere. Like you're on camera, I'm on camera. There's cameras everywhere. Like you can't. Oh, take it easy, man. Flash photography.
Yeah, you
But
got me. I was like, what? I'm on camera?
there's cameras everywhere. You would think that something would have at least picked this up.
That's what I'm thinking. So, like,
Somewhere would have to at least pick it up.
I don't want to see her defend Urban Meyer, but
I want
to see both sides of the coin here, where you can't just hammer Urban Meyer because, again, it has been very low hanging.
And you want to hear something funny too? I'm in a franchise with the Jaguars, and apparently everyone in my locker room's mad at me. I don't have Urban Meyer I'm not Urban Meyer anymore, and everyone wants to leave my team and they want to retire.
Might be a Jacksonville thing.
It's a Jacksonville thing.
It is. It's a what is it? Omar Khan or whatever the heck his name is.
Huh?
Owner of the Jags.
Oh yeah. Oh, Khan.
Yeah. Might be a him thing. We need new ownership. We're gonna put a bid in for the Jags.
5 crisp dollar bills.
Think we might get an offer done. I think we might get that done, and then we're gonna move to Canada. We're gonna be the first Canadian football team.
Well, let's go into the buy, the sell, the hold. One of our favorite portions. We didn't get to do it last week. We were kind of a little short on time. Power rankings just consumed us.
Yes, it did. I didn't realize how long it was, but it was very.
When
we were done, I'm like, holy crap! We have to burn through everything else.
What are we buying into this week, Colton? What are you looking at as a big buy for the land of Colton?
I gotta buy my Tom Brady MVP stock because Kyler Murray decided to, for one, screw me out of the playoffs. 2, he just decided to say, all right, cool, I'm out of the MVP race. So I'm buying my Tom Brady stock. The guy's very good at football. Those Bucs are very good at football. That's where I'm kind of going with this. What's up with the face? What do you got?
I mean, I don't have D-Hop, and I understood that, so I always had Christian Kirk on my bench along with, Alexander Madison. And I was going to put him on IR. Oh, wait. Here we go. We got it. Could put Tyler Higbee out of IR and put Mr. D-Hop in IR.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. My trades, I'm usually very good in fantasy football trades. My trades have backfired very badly. I traded Justin Jefferson to get Darrell Henderson and Scary Terry. Yeah, both guys have been garbage for me. Henderson has not played a snap. Scary Terry's been awful. Concussion last week in the third quarter, still had no fantasy points. Then I traded James Conner in one league to get DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, he's done Garbaggio. Very awful on my trades. Very upset. Will, what are you buying now?
I'm going to buy in the 49ers, man. That was incredible what they did against the Bengals. Although they had the lead, they blew the lead. I could buy into the Bengals as well, but the 49ers, Ayuk, walk-off touchdown. Just boop, throw that in there. You can't hate the 49ers. You can't go against them. Listen, this is Jimmy G's going. This is Jimmy G's going
Southern
out.
fellas. I like to call the 49ers Southern fellas. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you should look into it because it's absolutely hilarious. So Southern fellas is a go for me. I can buy on that as well.
Let's see. Let's go into the sell. What are we selling off on for this week in sports?
I'm selling off on the Ravens. I think they're in deep crap, especially with no Lamar Jackson. Hats off to what Harbaugh has done in Baltimore, to be honest with you. It's very, very underrated what he's done there. The secondary is kaput. It's gone. Quarterback's out. I don't know if he's going to be out this week or what. I know he's got a sprain. I don't know what's going on with him, if he's out this week. But if it's a high ankle sprain, have they clarified what kind of sprain he has?
For who?
Mr. Lamar Jackson.
I think it's just a low sprain or it's like a mid sprain. I'm not too sure what they called on it.
If it is a high,
a low ankle sprain, so he could play, but he's not going to be Lamar Jackson on Sunday. He'll just
that's the thing. Well,
he'll just be Lamar Jackson with his legs makes him Lamar Jackson. Without his legs, he's just we've never seen him before.
No. I'm going to be mean. He's Mitchell Trubisky. He's not good when he doesn't have his mobility. So this might affect the Ravens really, really badly because there's no bye coming. So what do you, unless you sit him 2 weeks and you got to hope for the best and you put your eggs in the last 2 weeks of the season and hope you can get it done and win and get in. The Ravens have to be very, very scared here. And that's why I'm selling off on Baltimore, because this thing was kind of been like sharp angle drop. Like this is going to get
just
really
injury
ugly.
after injury. Like they're having what the Eagles dealt with countless years, what the 49ers dealt with last year. It's just like the unfortunate of the injury bug. And it's just how far can they go? I mean, they're still in the hunt they're still in the playoff race. They're there. They're leading the division right now.
They are. Ravens, yes.
They're there. It's just, Huntley can hold the fort down on the offense. You seen it. He came back against Cleveland, nearly got it. Just fell a little bit short.
Browns are also a bad football team.
And, he did it against the Bears too with no reps as a starter. So it's also the Bears.
Your favorite Matt Nagy, baby.
Oh, I'm not going to go into that. Sell. I'm sorry. I'm going to sell off on your Steelers. Can't do it anymore.
That's all right. It's all right.
I can't. Chase Claypool. Oh, if the players didn't rip my ball away from me, just we could have got it. I just had to dance around for another 15 seconds. Would have been the TikTok I needed.
Chase Claypool, baby.
I would have cut him on the field.
Well, you can't do that. He's a young guy and he's very talented, so you can't do that. It's a warning situation. But yeah, very disappointing.
Is this why Tomlin doesn't play music during practice?
I hate you.
Is this why?
Very, very childish from Mr. Clownpool.
And the hold. What are we holding off on?
God. Oh my gosh. See, I'm gonna hold on the Bills. It's getting in the hold territory. It's getting very scary for Buffalo. This is a team that needs to draft a quarterback. This is a team that should have called the Giants about Saquon Barkley. I said in the beginning of our season, like our preview and all that, if you go back and listen to that show, I said Buffalo is a team that can go and trade for running back midway through the season because I feel like Singletary is not good. Zach Moss isn't good. Matt Breida is not good. What do they need? A running back. They have no running game. They should have went out and traded for David Montgomery. Like they should have went out and made a move here for a running back because they got Herbert there who looks pretty good in Chicago when Montgomery was out. They should have kicked the tire on some running back somewhere, and they did not, and they're paying the price in Buffalo right now because they have zero run game, and it's going to cost them, I think, very heavily, to be honest with you. They're in a lot of trouble, Buffalo.
And Josh Allen's the run game, too.
Yeah,
he's the entire run game.
You can't get him killed, which he already
he already did.
Ankle sprain, so you cannot get him killed. It's you can run him, but like protectively run him. And the problem is he's very aggressive. So like he's not going to be like, all right, I'm going to dance out of bounds. He's going to try to get every yard because Goat Allen. So
6'5", he's going to fight for everything. My hold, Washington football team.
Oh, you're not holding the Falcons for like the 50th time?
Nah, I've given up on the Falcons. Although they won on Sunday, I could hold them. I don't even know who they're playing. I haven't even looked. Oh, they're playing the 49ers. That's a loss.
Please stop holding the Falcons. I'm very annoyed of you holding the Falcons. It's every week. It's like every other week. It's like, I'm going to hold the Falcons. No.
Every time I hold them, they win. Just let
Why
that sink in.
Why are you holding Washington? Why are you holding Washington?
Their season's not done yet. They're there. They're right there. They came back against Dallas, 21 down?
Riverboat
Ron. Can't forget them, okay? Although the whole Dan Snyder situation, you hear more stuff about that, how he's trying to block investigators talking to employees and stuff like that. Well, ex-employees. I'm holding off on them, man. I really think they got something going there. The injuries, unfortunately, Scary Terry's in a concussion protocol. Heineke, I think, is out, even though he found a pair of scissors on the ground during the game, which is still the most obscene thing I could have ever witnessed. How does a whole pair of scissors end up on the ground in the middle of a football field? I don't understand how that happens. Maybe paper airplanes from the pamphlets they get from the fan things. They just throw them from the 300s, 400s down to the field.
Oh, someone stuck
understand that.
In there. Don't worry.
They just stuck a whole pair of scissors in the ground. Just said, you know what? Just spam. First time it happened was Las Vegas. It was the Sunday night game against Kansas City in Las Vegas last month. Scary, but I'll hold off on Washington, close second, Atlanta Falcons, just to anger Mr. Colton here. Top games and players of the week. What do you have as your top game and or player of the week?
I'm gonna go with the same. I'm gonna go with the same game here. I'm gonna go with both. I'm gonna go Steelers, Vikings. Ben showed up in the second half. Some great balls.
Fourth quarter.
Looked like some vintage Ben Roethlisberger there. Should have had a tie game. If Freiermuth, possible tie game because he had to go for 2. If Pat Freiermuth could just hold on to the ball.
If Chase Clay, if Clownpool didn't, hold the ball, he could have, maybe had a second or 2 on the clock.
That's right. Definitely would have been another play.
If Freiermuth caught that, I would have had the most historic week of fantasy. I gotta say though, but
yeah.
I'm okay
So
with
shout out
it.
to Harrison Smith and player of the week. I mean, freight train holes for Dalvin Cook. You can fit a dang train through the holes that he was running through. Man comes back from a dislocated shoulder and puts up a 200 piece, a 200 McNugget on the Steelers. It was coming. We kind of knew it was going to happen. And shout out to, Dalvin Cook because he surely cooked Steelers defense.
My player of the week, I'm going to do this because I made a highlight for him. You can find on NFL.com. Michael Parsons. Most impactful plays, the strip sack fumble on Taylor Heineke, which resulted in a touchdown, another sack for Mr. Parsons. Was able to deflect a couple blow falls too. Tackles for loss, 3 tackles on the week. That's my player of the week. But game of the week, I have to go with the 4 o'clock hours, the end of them, just simultaneously. 49ers and Cincinnati. Almost a walk-off for Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. It was pretty electric. It was Carson Palmer and Ocho Cinco all over again. They're on there. And then Rashad Perryman with the DT-like walk-off touchdown for Tampa Bay.
See, we haven't talked about him. Dude, that is so sad.
I know. I woke up and I'm like, no way that this is real. I'm getting bluffed out here.
Oh, you fell asleep. That was during the Steelers game. That was like the very
I was trying to go to sleep. I look at my phone and it says like, oh, Demaryius Thomas passed away. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, I'm getting played here. I'm like, no one's picking up on this. I'm like, what do you mean? This is a big figure in the NFL. This is a big
It was getting
piece.
picked up, but the problem was it was like really late at night and no one wanted to jump the gun and confirm and like, yeah, he's dead and like without confirmation. And then, we slowly started getting some confirmation from some reliable sources. That's just absolutely insane. So shout out Demaryius Thomas. Gone way too soon.
Against your Steelers, walk off 80 yards. Tim Tebow's most accurate pass in NFL history to DT. Stiff arm at the 50, still going to the 40. All I remember from that touchdown too, when he crosses the plane, all you hear is some random guy just go, oh, and then they cut that microphone off. That's like the most part that's like the one part I'll remember from it. It's just some random guy screaming. They just turned off whatever microphone that was in a heartbeat. And let's go into it. Week 15. We are here. We're there. And Colton, do the honors. Ba-bam. Right here. Let's take off the thing here. I got a game on Colton. First time I think we both have 10 wins in a week in a very long time. Probably back to last season.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
This is going down really slow and painfully, this whole comeback season, but I'll give you credit where credit's due.
I have to make that edit of South Park with Eric Cartman with the bat. Ow. All I can afford is a wiffle bat, so this could be a long and painful death.
Next year is going to have to be the the rubber match is what it's looking like right now. But yeah, it's been an interesting season. But I feel like our man behind the scene here wanted me to read this at this moment in time, so I'm going to give it a read.
You go read this.
So the U Stadium has teamed up with MyBookie, the best online sportsbook. You can bring your awesome exclusive promo if you go to mybookie.com. MyBookie website /BetWithUStadium. You can set yourself up for success with doubling your first deposit, minimum $45 deposit when using promo code UStadium at MyBookie. That's promo code UStadium to double your initial deposit all the way up to $1,000. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. So speaking of betting,
I'm a little jealous. I am jealous. I wish I could bet.
See, you're not involved. I'd definitely be grabbing on with MyBookie here and putting in my promo code UStadium for my guys here at UStadium.
Degenerate better Colton here.
I got to shout out to my actual bookie here, not my bookie. I call him my bookie. He'll send me stuff like, yo, bet, what's it called? Matt Santos, my buddy, man, he cashed in $10 8-game parlay. $1,600 later
from last week,
like this like previous weekend. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of good numbers, to be honest with you. There's some weeks where I've done well, and I was very short on making it. What was my last leg? The Lions. I didn't think the Lions were going to lose by +12.5, but they got blown out. by the Broncos. That was
They
my
had the
mistake.
flu and COVID and the stomach bug. They had every virus under the sun attack them.
Yeah, that was very awful. But yeah, shout out to him. Nice 8-game parlay. But yes, use my bookie and use promo code UStadium to double your deposit. Shout out to those guys. But Will, what do we got here?
Let's go into Thursday Night Football. The AFC West on the line here. And this is probably the most entertaining Thursday night game of all time. I'm very excited. This brings back 2018 vibes. Phillip Rivers to Mike Williams, walk-off 2-point conversion. Like, this is like the game. This is the most excited for a Thursday night game I've been in a very long time. Kansas City at the LA Chargers.
I'm gonna go LA. I think they have headspace, own real estate in the heads of Mahomes and Andy Reid. To be fair, last week was a really good Thursday night game. It ended good. The beginning was
the first 3 quarters was painful, but
it got interesting. End of the third quarter is very interesting. But yeah, this is the best preview game where it's got something on the line here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with those boys from LA.
I'm gonna match you with the LA boys. I think.
Wow.
I can't.
See. So you're going LA. I'm gonna go opposite of you then. I need to catch up. I'm gonna go.
You need to catch up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got it. At this rate, I might as well. So I'm gonna
go Tigers.
Opposite you. So
go Tigers. But yeah, I mean, listen, Brandon Staley, Coach of the Year. If he could pull off a 2 wins against the Chargers, against the Chiefs, be really good. The Chargers almost won last year. Herbert's 1-1 in his career against the Chiefs. Oh no, they lost last year, so he's 1-2 all time. If he could tie it up with Mahomes, man, he'd be pretty good. And then the Chargers could be sitting pretty right now on top of the AFC West, wherever they're going to be. If he somehow
wins it, you can cash your bet in for Coach of the Year because it's going to be a lock at that rate.
Yes. Let's see. Thursday Night Football, as according to Roger Goodell right now, according right from him, this game is happening right now. Not right now, but it's still happening Thursday. That's what we have to be looking at here. The game is still happening Saturday, Las Vegas at Cleveland. That's what we're still looking at. So, what disaster franchise are you picking in this game?
I'm going to go with the Browns. Yeah. Yep. Where I'm going. Where are you going, actually? I'm just going to counter you. That's kind of where I'm at.
Why did I write the Raiders? I don't want to pick the Raiders.
All right, then pick the Browns. I'll take the Raiders.
I'm picking Cleveland because here, if they're going to be without Baker Mayfield, you know who they still have? They still have Kareem Hunt. They still have Nick Chubb. They will run 400 yards on the Raiders. Okay.
Case Keenum's Case
Keenum's probably one of the best backup quarterbacks you can ask.
He's identical to Baker Mayfield, so you're not really missing much, to be honest with you.
I mean, and their receiver core, it's kind of collapsed a little bit.
I guess I'll take the Raiders then.
You're gonna take the Raiders.
I'm going counter you. I'm gonna see if I can grab 2 ones off the bat on you.
I mean, you did that on Thanksgiving, I believe.
I did, and then I gave it all away. So
Thank you. It's like a charity.
I hate you. Shut up. What do we got next?
The game I get to do Saturday night, I'm pretty excited. First primetime game of my career. New England at Indianapolis.
Where are you going? I'm assuming you're going.
I'm taking New England, man. Okay, I can't go.
I'm really going counter on you here. I'm really full.
Colton said if the ship's gonna sink, it's sinking this week. I am not doing it. He's gonna be Malcolm in the middle with all of them in the golf cart. They're all just gonna go submerging.
I should take the Patriots. You know what? No. I'm not making this easy. I like the other two. I'm going to go the Patriots. I'm not going to give all my bread baskets away here. It is a very big game for the Colts, though. I feel like I should take the Colts.
Colts are a very hot team. They've lost, 1 game in their last 7?
But Belichick's going to take away the run and say, beat me, Wentz, and he's not going to be able to. So I'm going to take the Patriots. I'm not going to overthink this one and give all of my marbles away here. I'm going to keep it still somewhat interesting.
I got the chills right now. I'm so excited to do a primetime game. Dallas at New York Giants. Are you going into this game?
No, I'm not. No, sir.
Oh,
Steelers, dude. Steelers play. I always pick a game where the Steelers aren't playing. So
should I give you the low hanging fruit here? Who you gonna pick?
Oh, absolutely. You can give me the low hanging fruit. I'm not taking the Giants. Holy crap, they're a bad football team. Oh yeah. See, I should be good to go Sunday. Should be good if we are going live Sunday. I should be here, and if Josh is here, I'm gonna go nuts on Dave Gettleman. So that's not the moment now.
It's
that could
okay.
be.
I still have my segment I've been planning for the last 2.5 months for Colton versus Josh, and I can't wait for the both.
That could have been my rant of the day is Dave Gettleman being an awful GM, but yes,
Water's wet.
Dallas, give me Dallas.
I'll match you with Dallas here. Carolina at Buffalo. I suppose you want Buffalo.
Yes, I'm definitely going Buffalo. Buffalo can't afford to lose to the Panthers.
We'll match you with Buffalo here. The Jets at Miami.
Yeah, you can give me
it's a big game for the Dolphins. Dolphins could leap into a wild card spot if the cards work.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins. They're getting very interesting here. Go Fish.
Go Fish. Washington at Philadelphia. This is a big game.
Washington has to have it.
If the Eagles win, they could leapfrog Washington. Yeah. I think that's how it works out. And they got the bye week. I mean, who knows if Jalen Hurts going to play Sunday? I mean, I think he's trending towards it, but could be Minshew mania, baby.
Where's that?
This is in the link.
I'm gonna go. Where are you going? I'm gonna go opposite on this one.
I gotta go Washington.
I'm gonna go Philly on you.
I'm gonna go Washington, man. Ever since I've been to that Monday night game, it's been just electric. I feel
like you're like a in-house Washington fan. Like I feel like
I every year I have at least a second team I root for because the Jets just eat my heart.
For some reason, you pick Dan Snyder in Washington for some reason,
and I still have to buy my Alex Smith jersey. I still have yet to buy my Washington Alex Smith jersey. Listen, he could have been the starting quarterback there this year, and who knows? They could have been a 13-0 franchise. Arizona at Detroit. I'm going to fill you in for Detroit because clearly that's who you want, and you love the Dan Campbell part. You're just like, let's go, Dan.
I hate you.
Go Lions.
Give me the Cardinals
and go Kitties.
Give me the Cardinals and move on, please. I'm very, very upset with what you just said.
Tennessee at Pittsburgh, the game of the 1:00 hour.
Go Berg.
Go Berg. Go Tennessee. We're taking the Titans.
This could be a good week for me, boy. I could leapfrog you if all this nonsense happens. Imagine that, gosh. I don't smoke cigars. I'm gonna bring out a cigar, and I gotta do that part of the show outside. I'm gonna pop a cigar once we get to this. I'm like, hold on, give me 5 minutes to get outside and pop my cigar and let you know that look who's back.
Guess who's back again? Me.
You better hope this nonsense doesn't turn out this way, Will. Oh.
Okay. Disaster of the 1:00 hour. Houston at Jacksonville.
Oh God.
You want the rookie of the year, Davis Mills. I know you do.
I don't want to do this game at all.
Okay, so we're gonna just say they tie, and we're gonna just keep it as that.
What are you taking in that game?
I'm taking Houston. Okay, Davis Mills gonna throw like 400 yards. I'm starting the Jaguars defense in fantasy in the playoffs because I have no faith in the Chargers defense, especially against Mahomes. I can't start Baltimore's defense because there's like 0 people left.
See, gosh, I might have to counter you on this one, but I'm just gonna take the same one as you so I don't get hurt. So I'm gonna take the same. I'm gonna ride you with Houston. I'm not getting hurt. You know what? I'm gonna give you some your boy Zach Wilson some slack here, bro. The media's hammering Zach Wilson, and we thought Trevor Lawrence was the next go and the next Andrew Luck. You couldn't miss him. The Jets messed up tanking not to get him. He's been awful. In Jacksonville.
Well, you also have to realize too, Jacksonville's a small market. They're a small market team.
I don't care. He should take
here's the thing.
Well, Zach Wilson's
go back. Here, he hasn't thrown a touchdown. Here, Trevor Lawrence hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in 8 weeks. He hasn't thrown one since I think against the Dolphins.
Zach Wilson has had more touchdowns. Zach Wilson was out 4 weeks. This is nonsense.
But go back to last October. Go to October 2020. You see every media outlet hammering Trevor Lawrence, saying if he goes to the Jets, I would retire right there. I wouldn't want to play football. And now all of a sudden, it's like they're giving up on him. Half the organization split on him if he's really the next GOAT. You can't go through quarterbacks like you do in college. You can. This is why Jacksonville stays in last place. That's why their fluke year in 2017, which got me a Bortles jersey that's on my door over here, okay? Because I was really high on the Jaguars. That's what happens every year. You're just going to be a disaster team. Just look at that. 2017, they make the playoffs. They beat the Patriots. They were 3-1. They were riding high and then just absolutely collapsed. Bortles ended up leaving. Everyone left that team. There was no one left.
Miles Jack, I think, is still in.
Miles Jack's there. Josh Allen. Oh, Josh Allen.
I don't know if Josh Allen was there at that time, to be honest.
I don't think. No, he wasn't on that team. I think he got drafted the year. No, he got drafted 2019.
Yeah, he was not there. That was the same draft as Danny Dimes and Dwayne Haskins.
Don't forget Kyler Murray. Go. Green Bay, Baltimore.
Yeah, you can give me the Packers. Go Pack, go.
Go back. Cincinnati at Denver.
This is a must-win for Denver.
I'm taking Cincinnati. Okay, I'm
also.
refusing the Broncos. I
Yep.
felt like I had to take them last week, and I didn't want to. Atlanta at San Fran. Last time these two played in San Fran, walk-off Julio touchdown.
Not happening. You can
it's not going to happen because Julio's not on the Falcons anymore.
I hate you.
So who are you taking, the 49ers?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is a tough one. Seattle at the LA Rams. This is a very tough game.
Seattle.
I was thinking Seattle. I really was. Although I'm gonna have to take the Rams here.
Will this could really come and bite you or really sink me? So we're gonna find out. Next week should be an interesting show because there's I feel like every other pick was opposite here.
I'll be getting Colton some tissues and just so he can wipe the tears away from what he has to deal with.
Out of year one of these predictions in my bag. So
you had a lead by like 20 something.
Sometimes you got to let the kids win it. Sometimes you got to let the other person win. Feel good, a little confidence booster, and then I go next year and I just rub it back in. My house.
Sunday Night Football, New Orleans at Tampa Bay. This game I don't want to pick because.
Why? Because you love the Saints? Because you
Tom Brady's only beaten the Saints once, and it was in the playoffs.
Oh,
that's what scares me.
You know what? You're really right.
That's what scares me of this game. I'm going to take Tampa Bay because I think that's a logical pick.
Yeah, I'm going.
But this game scares me.
In there.
What are you taking now?
You can cash me in with the Bucks.
Go Tampa. And
why are you talking so much like Coach O? It's very.
I don't know why. I just feel like it's a Coach O kind of day. It's dark outside. Okay, seasonal depression's already right here. It's en route. And Monday Night Football, Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears.
I'm going to take the Vikings. There's going to be freight train holes all over again. They're playing the Steelers, and it's going to be Dalvin Cook's night. So, yeah, you can give me the Vikings.
Eat up Dalvin. I need the big week from Dalvin fantasy this week. And that, ladies and gentlemen, rounds out our show. Let's do this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. Get the latest news and headlines from our Instagram page, the Play Action Podcast, brought to you by me because I'm a psycho and I put this stuff out at all hours of the night. I've been slacking, but I'm pretty good when it comes to news.
You're great, Will. You're not pretty good. You're great. It's not good. Aww. It's great.
My heart, it's full.
Tony the Tiger here.
Also, this is the first week, too. No bye weeks. 16 games to predict. This is exciting.
Great place. It's a great place to be. Football right in front of your face.
Till Scott Hansen says so long in January, and I start crying because, Scott Hansen.
See, that's the thing. I have DirecTV, so I don't get to enjoy Scott Hansen. I get to enjoy that guy that looks like Dumbo. From
Anthony Siciliano?
Yeah, the guy from NFL Network.
Yeah. He's a good guy, too.
He's not as good as Scott Hansen. It's not good at all. To be honest with you, it kind of hurts my ears.
Oh, Andrew Siciliano. I said Anthony Siciliano.
Yeah, I definitely prefer Scott Hansen. It's kind of painful listening to this guy. So thankfully, I usually have another game on and I'll have Red Zone on, mute on the other TV. But it's very painful, to be honest with you. It's not nearly as good as Scott Hansen. Nope. Very upset that DirecTV does it that way. I can't believe there's two Red Zones. What? That's nonsense.
It's crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm Will, and that's Colton. Tune back in next week to whoever wins the prediction portion because it's just going to be a total disaster. And we'll figure out who wins it there. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know where to find us. See everyone later.